Hello and welcome to the month of May 2023. My name is Lynette and I am reading from the For the Love of Relationships section in the May 2023 issue of the Love Exquisite Magazine, which you can access for free at loveexquisite.com. At Love Exquisite LLC, we changed the website address. As you know, these are unedited. So it's Love Exquisite LLC.com. Happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers out there, and happy birthday to all my fellow Taurians. My birthday is in this month of May as well. So I am reading again in the For the Love of Relationships section of the May 2023 issue of the magazine, and I'm reading an article titled Affectionate. Affectionate. Ooh. Affectionate. So this is for the adults, couples out there. And these are also for singles as well, because it kind of helps you navigate when you are in a relationship. So if you're wondering why I'm all jazzed up, I'm going to a surprise party for one of my friends today. So I record these in advance. Anyway, don't tell her. She'll see this video after the party. So happy birthday. Anyway, what am I trying to say? Oh, so I didn't put on my dress. I just threw this on because y'all ain't ready for my dress. But anyway, we going to get back to the article. And the article is titled Affectionate. Affection. In a loving relationship, affection is one of the ways to express how you feel about your mate. Being affectionate is a form of expressing affection, being tender, loving, caring, attentive, compassionate, and intimate, and not always in a sexual way. It could be as simple as holding hands or stroking your face or your hair or rubbing the knee or putting your noses together or a gentle touch, a caress, or just active listening. Deep conversation can be intimate. Kissing can be intimate. And just gazing into each other's eyes can also be forms of affection. So although sex is one way to show affection, being affectionate is not always just about sex. So I want to make that clear. You do not always have to have sex to show affection or to be affectionate. So being affectionate in your relationship shows your mate that you see him or her. Like, I see you. I know you're here. You're stroking my hair. You're leaning on my shoulders, or you're doing something that just lets me know that you're presently in the moment and you see me in this moment, in that moment. So it lets him or her know how you feel about them, that you care about them, and how you enjoy being in their presence. When the affection shown is authentic, I should say, you will get a feeling on the inside that makes your heart flutter, which usually brings a smile to your face. If you've ever felt that way, you know exactly what I'm talking about. One of the things that I have to do, once I talk about things, I am transparent about my own experiences. And I know that in relationships, like, I'm the type of person who I don't need a lot of affection and I don't need a lot of attention. But what I've learned is that doesn't mean that my mate doesn't need affection and doesn't need a lot of attention. Like, I'm the type of person, I'll hold hands. I'm all for the PDA, the public displays of affection. I'm all for that, depending on how far you want to go. But at any rate, I do believe that it's important to be affectionate with your mate. Oftentimes I realize that I'm not as affectionate as I should be. Meaning, like I said, I do massages. I do it all. Like, I do a lot, for my mate, but maybe sometimes I don't do enough because I see sometimes I'm in a car and maybe the person that I'm with want to hold my hand while we're in the car. Like me, I'm like, I don't really have to hold your hand in the car. You know what I mean? But maybe that person, maybe that person just wants to hold my hand. You know what I mean? So it's affectionate. Being affectionate is not all about what you want and what you're used to or what you don't need, or I don't need a lot of attention, I don't need a lot of affection, but maybe my mate does, or maybe your mate does. So that's something that you need to consider. So that's something that I learned as well. So so I know now to be more affectionate, be more gentle, be more, in tune with what it is that my mate needs. So some people crave that feeling, and this was, I'm talking about an experience that I had with someone who was actually a foster child. So maybe that's why they wanted that affection, and I didn't know that at the time. So you just have to communicate with your partner to see what he or she wants and needs from the relationship. So again, some people crave that feeling. So it is important that you are affectionate in your relationship. I'm not saying be affectionate with everybody. I'm talking about strictly for your mate. The woman shouldn't, this is important too. The woman should not always be the one, be the first one to initiate affection. And the man shouldn't always be the first one to initiate affection in your relationship either. Because oftentimes you're waiting for this person to show you how much they care about you, and they're waiting for you. And then in the midst, neither one of you are doing anything. And that's not good either. So don't always overthink affection and he should do this or she should do that. If you feel what you feel in your heart in that moment and you get the urge to show affection to your mate, do that in that moment. Don't wait. Just do it. Now again, I'm not talking about to anybody, because there's certain inappropriate things. People think that they could just be affectionate with somebody that they just met, and that person is like, no, I'm really into my personal space right now. You know what I mean? So if we get there and it's authentic, then let's explore it then. But don't rush me into anything that, I'm not ready for. So at any rate, back to the article. If you are the type of person who doesn't need affection, so this is what I basically was saying about myself. So if you are the type of person who doesn't need affection from your mate, be mindful that although you might not need it, your mate might need it. So being affectionate might be his or her love language. You never know. So this is why, again, it is important to discuss likes and dislikes with your partner to make sure that you are meeting each other's relationship needs. And then also sometimes I hear people say, you're not as affectionate as you used to be when they add to their family. If they have children, most of the time and attention and affection goes towards the children and they forget about their mate, which is the wrong thing to do. So it is important that you balance the affection between your mate and your children, making sure that you don't neglect anyone. Making sure that you don't neglect anyone, that is important. There's a lot of people out here that have abandonment issues and neglect issues and different things of that nature that they may carry into their relationships. So make sure that you balance your affection. Again, with the transparency, it was a time when I battled with abandonment and neglect too. So oftentimes when I'm in a relationship and I feel abandoned or I feel neglected, then I often retreat from that relationship because of the feeling that I don't like to feel. So just make sure that you know your mate, you know your partner, you're communicating your likes and dislikes and what's important to you in the relation to get from the relationship. To make time to be affectionate with your mate, so he or she does not think that they have to seek it elsewhere. So I'm going to say that again. Make time to be affectionate with your mate so that he or she does not think that they have to seek affection elsewhere. That is the article titled Affectionate, and it is written in the For the Love of Relationships section of the May 2023 issue of the Love Exquisite Magazine. Thank you for listening. Go be affectionate. Cut this video off.